Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Katie and today I'm going to do my August wrap-up. I finished 5 books in the month of August that consist of 3 novels and 2 bind-ups of graphic novels, and I'm really happy with that number, so let's just get into it. The first 2 things that I read were East of West Volume 2 and East of West Volume 3. I finished the first volume of East and West last month, so that's in my last month's wrap-up video, but this is basically a futuristic sci-fi western graphic novel, and it follows the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and it's just really, really intense and really, really good, and the art is amazing. I don't want to spoil too much for you. Volume 2 I gave a 4 out of 5 stars, and that's because I thought that there was a little too much information in that one, and I also felt like there's no one to root for, and I realized that this is an apocalypse situation, so most of the survivors are going to be pretty shitty people, and there's war and stuff going on, so I understand why all of the characters are the way they are. But I found it a little frustrating that there wasn't even one person that I felt compelled to root for. And Volume 3 I gave a 5 out of 5 stars, or maybe as a 4.5 out of 5 stars, because I liked it a lot better. It wrapped things up a little nicer than the second volume, but overall I'm still really enjoying this series, and I can't wait to move on to the next bind-up. The next book that I read in the month of August is actually something that I listened to, and it was The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This is an adult dystopian with some urban fantasy elements mixed in, and I really, really liked it. It follows the character Paige Mahoney, who works in this underground citadel of London, and she can connect with spirits, and there's this whole thing called the ether, and it's really hard to sum up in a sentence, but it was really, really good. I loved it. It was on point. Characters were amazing. The plot was amazing. I would recommend the audiobook. I listened to it in the car and I thought it was fantastic. It was super engaging and the reader was great. I really, really loved it. Can't wait to read the next one. I'm so excited. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read that I actually didn't end up finishing, but I'm going to put it in here anyways, and that is The Young World by Chris Weitz. This is an apocalyptic novel set in New York City where all the children and all the adults were wiped out by a sickness, and once you turn 18 you get the sickness, or you might get the sickness, and it follows a group of people that may have found, a group of kids that may have found the cure, and I thought this book was very mediocre. I didn't think any of the characters or the plot was refreshing enough. I thought the author relied too heavily on pop culture references, and I just was not into it. It's told in a dual perspective, and I think it would have been a lot better if he stuck to Jefferson's perspective, which was one of the main characters. I liked his voice a lot better than the other characters because she used a lot of slang and a lot of just colloquial terms, and it was just, I just was not a fan. The last book that I picked up in the month of August is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. I have a book talk for these, a spoiler-free and a spoilery book discussion for this book. I really liked it. It follows 4 teenagers during and when they find out that a meteor may or may not strike Earth, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It reads like a contemporary. Characters were very relatable. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. So those are all of the books that I read in the month of August, and I did try to do #ApocalypseAugust, but I found that the more apocalypse stuff that I read and watched and listened to, the less I wanted to pick up more. I guess I just can't confine myself to one genre for a month, but it was super fun, and I loved doing some of my special recommendations videos and the apocalypse bag and a couple of those other things. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but I am back to my normal reading schedule next month, and you can click on my September TBR, which is overly ambitious, but you know, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We always do. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye!